Hello! Today I'm turning an old pair of sneakers into a pair of fantasy genre shoes for a LARP that I'll be attending soon. I'm working really hard on my costume for this event and I don't want to wear modern shoes with it, but I want the support that sneakers provide. I want to be able to comfortably run into battle, but I also want my feet to look good while I'm doing it. To start, I cut the tops of the sneakers off, leaving some of the area still attached so that I could sew the new tops on. After I cut the tops off, I sewed some elastic bands onto the shoes to get the same kind of effect sandal straps have. I can easily slip my feet into the shoes, and they're held securely on. When sketching out the pattern, I looked at several historical references for the design, which, by the way, if you're interested in more information about historically accurate shoes, I recommend watching the Welsh Viking videos on shoes. I'll put a link to that channel in the description box below. Creating the pattern for this took a lot of trial and error, sketching out the right shapes, the right size to create the shoe. So what I did when I had a shape that I thought would work, I cut it out in some cheap cotton that I had and I actually tested it around the shoe base and my foot to see if it would work. And I kept doing this until I got the right shape. When I was finally happy with my pattern, I then cut it out from the same leather that I used to create the armor for this character. As you can see, the soles of these shoes are white, and that really wasn't gonna work, so I used some spray paint to paint them black. To sew the new tops onto the shoes, I used a really strong thread and a running stitch. To finish the remaining raw edges of the leather, I used some wax cording and a whip stitch. I chose a lighter color cording so that it would stick out in contrast to the leather and be a little bit of a decorative element. To finish my shoes at this point, I needed to figure out where I wanted my buttons to go, sew them on, create a buttonhole, do a little bit more whip stitching, and voila! My shoes were done. I really can't wait to wear these shoes to the LARP event. I'm super excited. Oh, and I'm so happy with how they came out. They're surprisingly comfortable. And I left enough room to be able to have my socks and my leg wraps fit inside of them nice and snug. I think they go well with the rest of the costume that I'm making, and it all fits the aesthetic of my character. Which, once everything is all together, I'll be posting photos of that to my Instagram, my Patreon, and I'll probably do another video about the whole costume here on the channel. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please hit that like button if you did!